happened here at Tad Gormley Stadium in the 100-meter dash yesterday was totally unexpected and may have been the passing of an era. It all happened in a flash. Sometimes the biggest moments manage to slip by, passing before our eyes, but not really grabbing the attention they deserve. It seems the passage of time is required to add clarity, perspective, appreciation. Yesterday may have been one of those moments, a moment when even the players involved don't fully comprehend what's taken place. Is a fair start, and it is Dennis Mitchell. Witherspoon is there, and Marsh on the outside. Mitchell in front. Here comes Burrell and Witherspoon at the line. Too close to call. It might have been Witherspoon with Burrell and Mitchell. Carl Lewis, the world's fastest human, will not be going to Barcelona to compete. Carl Lewis there, but O.J. Simpson, was it just a bad race, a bad weekend, or has age finally caught up with Carl?
Well, I think as time goes on, we're going to find that Carl is going to have more and more days like this, especially in events of this format, where he has to run more than one race in 2 days. He had to run 4 races in 24 hours. He'll be 31 in, what, 10 days
July
from
1st.
now? Yeah, 10 days from now. And I think, unfortunately, we're not going to see Carl Lewis perform well under these conditions. Again, in an invitational meet where he has to run once, hey, he can go out and break a world record. But like golfers, they can't compete. The older golfers, the seniors, they have trouble competing the 3rd and 4th day. They're good the first 2 days. Carl can't run a lot of races in 2 days. It's going to be interesting to see what he does in the 200-meter later this week.
Carl will still be in the 200 and the long jump later this week and could be on the 4x100 relay team in Barcelona. We hope you join us later this afternoon for more track and field coverage from New Orleans.
Bob Costas back in New York. Here's another aspect to the Carl Lewis developments of this weekend. 4 years ago in Seoul, it was the most awaited matchup of the games, Lewis and Ben Johnson in the men's 100 meters. Johnson would win that race in a world record, but he left Seoul in disgrace after testing positive for steroids. Lewis, who took second on the track, was awarded the gold, and Johnson's world record time was erased from the books. Johnson had to serve a 2-year suspension, and when he returned to the track, obviously, he was way off his former competitive level. Meanwhile, Lewis continued to prosper. But yesterday, in what was an extraordinary bit of irony, Ben Johnson qualified for the Canadian Olympic team, finishing second at that country's Olympic trials in a time of 10.16 in the 100 meters. On the same afternoon, of course, Lewis was finishing 6th in the 100 in New Orleans, out of the running for an Olympic spot, and his time was slower than Johnson's, 10.28. way off the 9.86 still standing world record time he ran last year at the Tokyo World Championships. After the race yesterday, Ben Johnson said, apparently partly pleased and partly surprised, "I don't want to see Carl anymore." And that was all Johnson had to say.